Hi everyone, and welcome to Monday afternoon stamping. Today is January. It's December the 16th, 2024, and I'm happy to have you here with me. Apparently today is Christmas sweater day, so I dug back in my closet and found this sweater. I've been doing a lot of finding things around the house that just work. So I have my Christmas sweater on today, and I'm wondering, do you have a Christmas sweater, or do you wear Christmas sweaters? They're kind of fun. When I used to work, when we had theme days, I definitely needed a Christmas sweater. So tell me about maybe your Christmas sweater experiences, and we'll just go down to my desktop here. So there we go. We're in the process and we're all set. So it's not long till Christmas now. I know that lots of people are busy with all the preparations. This year it's been a little different for me. Harry's done a lot of the preparations, or we've just said maybe it doesn't have to happen this year. And then, of course, the Canada Postal Strike is ending. Apparently, postal service begins on Thursday, so we're looking forward to that. Christmas cards, there are very few going in the mail this year, just because I can't write on them. So it's not going to happen, but I'll be all set for next year, right? So just before we get all started here, let's talk about a few things that are happening. The last chance products, those are products that are on the, they're going out. So what does that mean? It means that it is the last chance to get them, and once they are gone, they are gone. So make sure to check them out by going to my website, lillian.stampingup.net, and click on Shop Now or Specials or any of those things, and you will find lots of those things that you might want to know. The other thing is Stampin' Up! Has done a special release of designer paper. They've taken past favorites, created them again with different colors, and so you might want to check those out, because I don't know about you, designer papers, they can just make a project so quickly and easily. I'm using designer papers tonight, and any of the 12 by 12. The 6 by 6 wouldn't work, but the others would work, so you might want to check those out too. Also, paper pumpkin for the next little while. This is the one you can order. It's the January one. It's Hearts to You. And we get a sneak peek here of what's coming for January, February, and March. And if you order one of these, you can add on these little dies that coordinate. So they are just super. So if you want to know more about that, let me know. It's a wonderful way to have a crafting kit delivered right to your door every month. They also make wonderful gifts if you're wanting to pursue that a little bit. Speaking of gifts, I do have gift certificates, so if you need one, just be sure to reach out and we can make that happen. All right. Also, what you're going to want to have in your hands are these two catalogs that you'll as customers be able to order from beginning January 7th. As demonstrators, we've been able to order them from them for a month now. They are fabulous. If you live in Canada and don't have a demonstrator and would like copies, please message me, reach out, and I will gladly make sure that you get your copies. So there is that. So before I went in the hospital, I had a couple of projects lined up that I wanted to share with you. And so I'm going to do one of them right now. So my energy is still, it still disappears in a hurry. I'm making progress, but it's slow. I guess the thing is that I must be making progress, because now I'm starting to get impatient. So Joan, welcome from cloudy Minnesota. Well, I'm sorry you got clouds. We do have snow on the ground, but we have blue sky and sun shining. So we are enjoying that. So a while back, I saw a reel by Katharina Tarta, and it was all how to make a little, could be a treat holder, a little thing like this. And then I decided one way to do it would be to put maybe some little photos or something in here. This one is a work in progress. Now hers was finished, it was 3 by 3. So she started with a piece of paper that was 3 by 9, 2 of them, and she used cardstock. So I thought, well, a gift certificate doesn't fit in there. What if I wanted to make mine bigger? So we have 12 by 12 designer paper. So I brought in, I checked out some of the designer paper that we have like this. It's called Season of Elegance. Now you could use any. So I just reconfigured her measurements. And as long as you're making squares and you've got 3 that are the same going this way, you're fine. So I made this 4, and then I could score at 4 and 4, and it would all work out. Then I thought, as a complementary color, I would like to bring in the brushed gold because it just looks so elegant. Now, if you're still needing a little something for Christmas, this will work. But this I thought could be New Year's, birthday, Valentine's, whatever. So I'm scoring at, oh, pardon me, I should back up just a bit. I went a little fast there. This is cut 4 by 12, and so is this. And we're going to score both the same. So I'm going to pull my arm out, and I'm going to score at 4. I'm actually going to turn that over. I wrote myself a little note to do it good side down, the side that I want out down, and I didn't follow my own note. Then I'm scoring it again at 8. So I'm making 3 squares that are 4 by 4. And I'm going to do the same with the gold. This is the brushed gold from the brushed metallics, or textured metallics, pardon me. There are brushed metallics in the online store that I got ordered and hoping they arrive soon. So there we go. So now the gold is scored at 4 inches by 4 inches, and so is the designer paper. Now I'm going to just give a little fold. I need this again in just a minute, but I'm going to bring this in, line up my edges, and fold on the scored lines, just so that it's easier for you to see. I did score that, right? I can feel it, can't see it. There we go. And I'm going to do the same with the gold. So here's the question. Joan told us what it was like in Minnesota. What is the weather like where you are? How about letting us know that? So now I'm going to put both of them together and bring in my paper trimmer again. And I want to cut diagonally from the point here to the fold. So that way, and I'm going to cut them both at the same time so that they're exactly the same. So I'm putting that fold line right in the trough, like that, and I'm putting the point in the trough. I think it's called the cutting channel. I just always call it the trough. So I'm going to cut diagonally. And I'll keep these for another project. So I've done that. I'm going to keep that slant, and I'm going to now put the bottom point in the cutting channel or the trough and go like that. So there's my fold line there. It's in the channel and it's there. And I'm going to start just inside there. So now we have it so it looks like that. So we'll put this away. And what you're going to do is you're going to, we'll turn it, oh, did I do it wrong? Oh, well, we'll find out. We're going to go like this. I meant to have it the other way around. That's all right. We will make this, no, we won't make it work. I am going to cut a new one. And I'll explain what I did there. So I'm going to bring in this and the brushed gold. What I should have had when I was cutting this, I should have had it down. And I'll explain why in just a minute. If it was, I think this is already 4 inches. If it was double-sided paper, it would be fine, but the gold is not double-sided, so that it's not going to work. So 4 inches. This way you get a little review course, right? And 4 inches. Even though I write myself messages, I don't always follow along very well. There we go. So now we're going to score at 4-inch intervals, so we're making 4-inch squares again. So 4. Sometimes I like to use my bone folder to get a little deeper score line. And 4. And 4. We'll put that in. Now this is where I need to pay attention. So the side that I want to be facing out, so to be on the finished side, I want that to go down. This is where I was supposed to do that. Now we're going to go back, put the point and the fold line in the cutting trough. Like that. Snip that off, slide it along, and do the same. Just like that. There, this is going to work perfectly. So now you know. All right, so now we're going to take the top one, which is the gold, but it could be whatever, and we're going to turn it a 1/4 turn, and it is going to rest like that. So we want this straight line right here, and it's going to be nested between these 2 fold lines, so the middle square. So let's burnish those folds. So we've got that burnished. We'll burnish these gold ones. So once again, here's how we cut them. We're taking the top one, turning it a 1/4 turn so it goes like that. So it looks like a pinwheel a little bit, but it is important to have this long one on the bottom. Otherwise, it's a little bit tough to fold things up, I found. So we're going to just stick them together. So I'm going to put Seal Plus here just because we're doing foil. And so I like to have a nice strong adhesive when working with foil. There we go. And I'm going to put those up so it just gives me a bit of a guide. And this, and we're going to tuck it in like that. Oh, I got a little, I'm having a terrible time today. When I did my sample, it worked perfectly. So this is just the way it goes, right? So I'm going to line up my edges there. There we go. Just like that. So now we've got this look. Now I can stamp right on here if I want to. I could cut out a piece of paper and decorate it in here however I want. What is really neat is now it is large enough that you could tuck a gift card in here. You could tuck a treat bag in here. Or you could cut, like I did on this one, you could do a little memory thing or something like that. And you could tuck whatever you wanted in here. I think these would look really neat at a place setting. They would look really neat on a coworker's desk. They would look really neat for a birthday gift, whatever. So the trick is now in folding it up. So you're going to start on this side. You're going to fold up there from the bottom, from there. And then you're going to take the top piece and there's an opening here, and just tuck it in. Let me just do that for you one more time. So you're going to go in, 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 and then tuck that point in, and you have got a really neat little package. And you can decorate it however you want. Because I haven't been able to get into my craft room very much, I am going to do exactly what I did on this sample here. So I used the green paper from the same one, and then I had stamped right on the white in here. This one was a Christmas one. This one I'm going to do, it's either New Year's or birthday. So, but we're going to follow that idea. So what I did was from the same paper, so from this paper here, I cut out a couple of these boughs, and from using the golden greenery dies, so I used, these have all kinds of gorgeous dies. There are 2 layers, 2 sets, as you can see. I used these 2 here. So I cut out 2 of those, and then I did another one out of gold. So I'm going to bring this in and fasten those together. So let's just see. I think I like it like that. I will bring in some glue dots. So how am I doing? Some of you have been asking. I am gradually doing better. I guess I'm at the point where I'm getting impatient. So I guess that's a good sign. I can only still be up for about half an hour at a time. And then I have to lay down. So part of me wants to get my strength back up. But there's a limit. It's just like I hit a wall and I have to stop. So that's why I tend to be fairly short on my Facebook Lives these days, and I definitely don't get much crafting done. So what I was doing was making sure these aren't sticking out too far in case I wanted to tuck it into an envelope. So I've got my little arrangement done here. I'm going to put it on here with dimensionals. I'm going to keep it up here so that I can still get in. Some of you know, many of you know, I love to be able to break into my treat packages and steal the treats out and yet not wreck the package. So that's always my goal. So I'm trying something new here. I just saw this. Somebody put packing tape. So yeah, I only did 1/2 because I wanted to show you. So they took packing tape and ran it over their dimensionals and just cut the excess off. They likely did a much neater job than I did there, but I don't think it really matters. And I'm going to rub it down in. And then when you peel it up, the packing tape picks up the backing and you're set to go. Have any of you ever done that before? Or is that something you can see yourself doing? I am just starting to experiment to see if I like it. But all of the dimensional backings now stick to the packing tape, and so they're ready to go there. So we'll see how that works. And see if I like it. There, so we've got that stuck on there. And so then what I did, where did I do with it? I took a label from Greetings of the Season, and I brought in Happy, the word happy. That way I could go with happy birthday, happy new year, whatever on the inside. So these two work beautifully together, and they are online exclusive, so you'll find them from the online shop. What I did is I already stamped in Versamark and embossed it with gold embossing powder, just because I knew I was going to be a little limited in energy, and so we went with that. And now I can't find, oh here, I already had them out. There we go. So here's the question for those of you who live in Canada. Are you still going to send out Christmas cards or not? The hand-delivered ones, they've gone out, but I'm not sure about the others. So I've put glue dots on the back of here. I've put one right in the hole, so it's going to be sticky. So when it comes time to put my bow in there, I'm going to be able to stick it right there. So there, we've got that stuck down, and move this out of the way, move this out of the way, and we'll bring in the twine. This is the gold twisted thread. That's an online exclusive. You don't see it in the catalog. I am loving this. It is so nice to work with. It's got 10 yards on a spool, and I am right down to this, and you know I have not been crafting very much. So that's how much I love it. Fortunately, I made a mistake and ordered two, which I was kind of mad at myself, but now I'm glad because it's on low inventory, and I have another whole spool, which I am going to be dipping into rather quickly, it looks like. So now remember, because it is sticky there, I can just put this right down and it's going to catch just like that. So there we go. We've got it like that. And then we're going to bring in some embellishments. Now, I think I am going to go with the adhesive-backed sparkle gems. They come in with gold, black, and silver in the two sizes. And I think we could add just a little gold here. It still feels, well, I think maybe the small one. Ooh, only have one left. There we go. And just like that, we have made a little treat holder. Now, instead of happy, I could have a person's name there, right? And have it sitting on the plate for the Christmas meal or the New Year's meal or the birthday meal or whatever. So this is the, I call it It's Perfect. It's because it just works so well. You can make it with any designer paper. It doesn't have to be sparkly. As I showed you here in this little prototype, you can make it with your a smaller version with cardstock as well. It just doesn't bend quite as easily. So designer paper, any of your designer paper works beautifully, and then you can go 4x4. The other thing that I thought would work beautifully would be the two-toned paper. So for example, if I was making, I don't know, a Valentine's one, I could do the two tones and you would get that variety there. Or if I was making, this one's just a smaller piece, but if I was making a baby card or something, you could have that. So you can do it with whatever you have in your stash. You can resize it to whatever size you want. Just remember, you have to end up with squares, right? And then you are all set to go like that. Now, I have one more really quick and easy project to share with you, and I think I have enough energy. I wasn't sure if I was going to or not, but I think I have enough energy to share it. And this project, again, is just a cute little topper. So this I made with the same designer paper that we have used here. You could use, again, whatever you want. And you need a circle. I'm going to use the 2 3/8 inch circle. I first saw this online, a demonstrator by the name of Lisa Freeman. I have since seen it done by so many people, but you need 3 circles. So I'm using the 2 3/8. Whatever circles you have in your stash will work. You just need 3 the same size, just like that. Get that out of the way. And then you want to fold them in half. So if it helps to soften the fibers a little bit by using your bone folder, go for it. So now we've got 1, 2, 3. So we've got those, and again we are going to use this twine. Now you could use linen thread, you could use whatever, and then you need something for a head. So the grandkids have some crafty things around, so I found this in their craft stuff, and I'm going to use a piece of twine that's, let's see, it's about 8 inches long. So I've got it folded in half, and the half is 4, but it's about 8 inches long. And I'm going to bring in my handy dandy twine threader, and I'm just going to loop it through here. I'm hanging on to both pieces. Now I'm taking the, can you see that? This end works like a needle. I'm going to run it through the bead. I was blanking out on the word bead there, and just, whoops, I'm all thumbs here. Let's put it through there again. Pull it through. There we go. Just like that, and you can use that over and over again. Now we've got the bead on like that. We're going to put some adhesive. I've just got my Seal Plus handy here. Actually, there we go. And I'm going to stick the twine down in there. I'm going to, I meant to get it closer to the fold. There we go. So I made all these things before going in the hospital, and it's been, well, tomorrow will be 4 weeks, so no wonder I'm feeling a little rusty. But you get the idea. So now we've stuck the twine, whatever twine you're using, down in there. We've got the bead on the twine, just like that. We're going to do something to hold that in place in just a moment. Now we're going to take this one, and in a moment we'll add our adhesive, but I want to do the dry run with you. And we're going to just overlap those 2 circles. Let me show you again. It's going to be, it's like a mouth, it's opening up, and it's sandwiching over top. And you can make it as wide or as narrow as you want. I kind of like it like that. So there we go. We're going to, so we've got it. So what you want to make sure is that it comes to a point up there and then kind of fans out like a triangle. And then this one, we're going to glue it together, and then it's going to just tuck back behind. Now this again would look cute as a table favor. It looks cute as a Christmas ornament, or it looks very cute hanging on a parcel or a gift bag. So just like that, we have got the wings. Isn't that quick and easy? I just love it. And again, you can make it with whatever designer paper you want. Doesn't have to be this. It just happens to be what was on my desk. So now I want to do something to hold that bead on. So I'm just going to, there's all different things you could do. I'm just going to tie a bow. So I like to use my tweezers as my extra hand. There we go. This twine ties beautifully. It it's just so easy to work with. I hope they keep it around for a long, long time. Okay, let's try this bow again. It also unravels so you can get that nice little feathery stuff going on. And we'll just hang on to that knot in the middle and adjust our bow so that it's whatever makes you happy. And we'll snip that off. Now you leave it just like that. And it looks so cute. On this one, I put the word Mary. On this one here, I thought I would like to put a person's name, the person I'm going to give it to. So I could have used this, but it seemed a little big. So I went looking through my dies and I found this one, and I found it in the Changing Leaves. So it's this right here. And I'm going to use this. I'm just going to put this on here. I'll put it on with dimensionals in a minute, but I'm going to put the person's name on there. Now, one of the things that is so nice with Stampin' Up! Is everything coordinates. So this is Cherry Cobbler here. I can bring in my Cherry Cobbler marker and have my ink match this beautifully. Now, just a little heads up. This is an old marker. So that is what the old marker bullet ends used to look like. Is that there? Here are the new ones, and they are even nicer. So they are more, I don't know, they just write beautifully. They don't tend to dry out. So eventually I am going to transfer all of them over as they run out. But the Stampin' Write markers, the ink matches perfectly. And so if I'm going to give this to, I'm going to put whoever I'm giving it to on there. And then I'm going to add a couple of little mini dimensionals. Whoops, let's put that on the back, not the front. Like that. And we have a little gift tag. So any of these things would make cute little gifts. They would make cute table favors. They would work. Can you imagine this done in pinks for a baby shower or something like that? So there are our two little tags there. You can see here are our I don't know what to call these, treat holders, whatever. I called it, that's perfect because they're just perfect for whatever you need them for. So I hope that helps you. Remember, if you're wanting a new catalog, make sure to reach out. Thank you so much for the thumbs up, for following, for subscribing, whatever it is, it all really helps. If you have questions, reach out. I would be glad to help. And the PDF or the project sheets for this will be in Thursday's newsletter. So you can look for the measurements there as well. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you have a good getting ready for Christmas week and that you have some special quiet times as well. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.